Well, Red Wings fans, with the trade deadline on Friday, there was a lot of uncertainty about Tyler Bertuzzi, Captain Dylan Larkin, and what the team would do, but one of those names are not going anywhere. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Gillis TV. And if you're new to the channel and like anything NHL related, news, rumors, live streams, whatever there is, we have it here on the channel. And so, let's get to it. As from Pierre LeBrun himself, Detroit and Dylan Larkin are in agreement on a new contract extension that will be 8 years at 8.7 AAV. I'm not going to do the math on that. You guys can if you want. But Dylan Larkin is staying put for 8 more years in Detroit, and that was one of the uncertainty things going into the season was there was no extension yet. Getting close to the trade deadline, rumors that, teams were kind of pursuing him, like gauging what the market is for a guy like Dylan Larkin. Goes to the All-Star game, has a really good time there, is having a really good season for the Detroit Red Wings, and it was, they're in a playoff spot. You're out of the playoff spot. You're in a playoff spot. Names like Tyler Bertuzzi has been thrown around every time you get out of a playoff spot. But this is just certainty that, the Detroit Red Wings wanted to keep Dylan Larkin. They figured out a way. And at $8.7 million a year, that's pretty good. He probably could have took more, probably could have took less, but 8.7 is kind of in the middle. As I was actually talking to a couple Red Wings fans the other day, and they literally told me between 8 and 9 million would be satisfaction for them. Seeing Dylan Larkin stay, and 8.7 is right in the middle of that. So that's good news on the Detroit end of things here as they lock up their captain, of course, who has a solid year so far, 57 points in 59 games. He is a -4, but not too worried about that when you're playing teams like now the New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils. The East is hard, so that -4, I'm not too worried about it. So Larkin, of course, has 22 goals in 59 games this year. He's a team leader, and he has been since he got to Detroit, where they, of course, draft him. But it's always been that, hey, I'm a leader. This is me. This is my team kind of deal since he got there, and he's proven that it is his team in a sense. With even these younger guys who, we got to remember, Dylan Larkin's only 26. He will be 27 in July. So 8 years takes him to his 35 year, or just before 35. And that helps him with those, older age contracts where here's a 2-year contract, here's a 1-year, so on, finish your career and whatnot. Over the course of his career, he has 415 points in 563 games, -89. I don't really typically say look at the plus minus. It's more the fact that plus minus doesn't represent you, it represents the team in a sense when you're on the ice. And for a -4, -89, that you just gotta look at the previous Detroit Red Wings teams and where they finished in the standings, and that does it for a lot of players, unless you're of course Connor McDavid, who can just go score 100 points in less than 62 games or 50 games, whatever it is. It's unbelievable. But on Dylan Larkin's standpoint, there is a uphill climb that they have been doing in Detroit for the last few seasons, and they're hoping to get over that hump there. So that is the news today. Dylan Larkin signing 8-year, $8.7 million a year AAV with the Detroit Red Wings. He's not going anywhere, folks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'll catch you on the next one.